The Nintendo Wii saw a lot of great game releases, and a lot of those were missed by many people. In many ways, it's the console of hidden hits. So, we're going to start an irregular feature highlighting some of these hidden treasures, 5 at a time. How many of these first 5 games have you played? Shockable Dungeon might not be a numbered Final Fantasy game, but it's a hugely compelling title nonetheless. Like all mystery dungeon games, you'll be traversing through randomly generated dungeons, taking down hordes of enemies and collecting loot as you go deeper and deeper. What made Shockable Dungeon especially compelling was the simple charm of it. The characters are cute and cheerful, and the visual style is basic but happy. There is a simple joy to playing this game, so even though it could last for 60 or more hours, it is greatly enjoyable from start to finish. WiiWare was not the most popular of download services, but it had its moments. The art style games were some of those gems, and Roto Hits is the best of those. Roto Hits is a twist on the Match 3 formula, where the goal is to rotate hexagons around to match up colours. It's an incredibly simple concept, but it's a game that quickly becomes hypnotic, with a brilliant soundtrack backing up the action. The compulsion for just one more go is very strong with this game.
Is there anyone there?
Will you abandon me once more?
Masumi, where are you? Masumi, where did you go?
Many people have missed out on Project Zero 2 simply because it has never been released in the US. However, it is a port of the greatest horror game ever made and expertly customized towards the Wii. The art style of the game is absolutely breathtaking, and the motion controls are spot on. This is a genuinely creepy game with a near perfect sense of horror timing and a story of surprising depth. It's horrific, yes, but like most Japanese ghost stories, it's also a very sad tale. In addition to the intense main game, there's some great mini-games that have been developed for this version specifically, which add great value to an already excellent game. Developed by a small Aussie team, Escapevektor is a really great remix of the kind of classic arcade action that Pac-Man is perhaps most famous for. With a deeply stylish music soundtrack and a very clever visual style, it's easy to get enchanted in this game, and that's a good thing because it's very challenging. The idea is to travel around a range of wireframe levels, colouring them in as you go, while also avoiding a range of enemies. It's a single touch and level over. Though you could conceivably finish the game in just a couple of hours, that challenge level does ensure that the game will last far longer than that. The Samurai Warriors games have a poor reputation for being mindless hack-and-slash games with virtually no depth. It's unfortunate because it means that a lot of people are missing out on what is actually a very good series of games, and Samurai Warriors 3 is probably the best of them. The appeal here is in taking part in very exaggerated but entertaining recreations of historical battles while in command of historical generals. For anyone with an interest in Japanese history, this is fascinating stuff. The action in-game is also very tight, with dynamic battles that can change direction depending on the actions of the player. It's also a technical marvel. Environments may be simple, but there are hordes of enemies on the screen at any one time. It's also a very lengthy game, with an awful lot of characters to take control of.